Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher. Audiences aren't the only ones who are mourning the recasting. Want to hear what Geralt video game actor Doug Cockle thinks of the shocking exit? Stay tuned. Word on the streets of Metropolis is that Cavill has donned his cape too soon and may not return to the role. Is it not a done deal? The departure of Henry Cavill from The Witcher, a show he once championed, was big news for fantasy fans and Netflix subscribers. Cavill, a huge fan of the books and video games that inspired the Netflix show, seemed born to play the part of Geralt of Rivia, which is interesting given it seems he was also born to play the Clark Kent/Superman role. After playing the role of Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher for 3 seasons, Henry Cavill is handing over his sword and white wig to Liam Hemsworth. As with the rest of the Witcher fandom, I've been wondering what could possibly drive Cavill to walk away from a dream project like this. Of course, the obvious answer is that Cavill is returning to his role as Superman. Or so we think. Watch till the end to find out. Fans were left shocked and disappointed by the decision, which struck many as confusing because of Cavill's apparent passion for the role. As we've said, Cavill was a fan of The Witcher before he led the Netflix show. Before he starred as Geralt, Cavill had expressed his love for Andrzej Sapkowski's The Witcher novels and CG Projekt Red's video games, and shared his hopes to star as Geralt in an adaptation of the fantasy universe. Cavill nearly didn't land the part of Geralt after annoying showrunner Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich with his eager efforts to play the character early in the show's development, only for her to eventually change her mind and meet with him. Cavill's passion for the role of Geralt in The Witcher might have cost him the part, but it also made many fans fall in love with his portrayal of the character. While the show has been met with mixed reviews from critics and audiences alike, Henry Cavill's portrayal of Geralt resonated with the Witcher fanbase, making his exit a disappointing update. What made him such a good fit for the role? Outside of his physical prowess, Cavill brought a deeper understanding of Geralt to The Witcher. For example, he crafted a unique accent for his character's Rivian ancestry and pushed for further inclusions of the lore from the books and games. His dedication showed in the various action sequences he performed for the show, where he literally put his body on the line. He cited Tom Cruise as inspiration for doing his own stunts, even if it meant suffering multiple injuries on set. After Henry Cavill announced he was leaving The Witcher after season 3, several of his co-stars commented on his Instagram post, expressing their dismay at his departure, but also wishing him well. Now, we're hearing from another star from the Witcher world, proving it's not only audiences mourning Cavill's exit as Geralt video game actor Doug Cockle shared his thoughts on the recasting. In a recent interview with EuroGamer, he praised the actor's work in their shared role, but also expressed his disappointment and sadness in seeing the star depart from Netflix's adaptation. He added, "There's a lot of people speculating on the reasons why he's decided to leave, but whatever the reason is, I think it is sad, because Henry, he did a fabulous job as Geralt of Rivia." The speculation part is especially true now that we've heard that his return as Superman is not a done deal. We can safely assume that there was some time between Cavill telling Netflix he was stepping down and the decision to carry on with the series, but we can't know for sure unless Netflix decides to share its internal communications, which would be a huge scoop. There's no doubt that finding the right replacement took some time. I'm sure they didn't have Hemsworth in their back pocket at this point, so it seems Cavill's decision to leave was known even earlier. All of this suggests that Cavill was planning to leave the role before he got some kind of green light to play Superman. The British actor has long been hoping to return to the role, but it seems likely he was at least 1 foot out the door when the Superman news came down. So, if not for the role of Superman, why the departure? Some believe that his departure stems from creative differences with the showrunners on the direction of the series, noting that its deviations from the novels have left him disinterested in continuing Geralt's story. No matter the answer, audiences audiences will have a chance to see Cavill's last outing as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher Season 3, premiering on Netflix in mid-2023. Does Henry Cavill's departure mean that The Witcher's 7-season plan is in danger? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Headlines suggest Cavill might be heading back to the job pool. A new report suggests Henry Cavill may have been a little hasty in announcing his full return to the role of Superman. Henry Cavill announced that he would play Superman again after the release of Black Adam, but it turns out that there are no concrete plans for his future in the DCEU. After fans were very excited to see Henry Cavill announce his intentions to reprise his role as Superman, even though he plans to play the role again, it remains up in the air if DCU will make any upcoming installments with his iteration as the OG superhero. As it turns out, nothing is official about Cavill's return as Superman, despite the fanfare surrounding his red cape. It was The Wrap that broke the news that no one has been officially tied to the project. The report indicates that multiple sources have confirmed that no writer or director has been attached as of yet, nor does Henry Cavill have a formal agreement in place. If this doesn't get resolved, things could get awkward, not just because of Cavill's well-publicized return as Superman, but also because of his well-publicized departure from The Witcher. As James Gunn confirmed via his Twitter account on Friday, he and Peter Safran are expected to hand in their plan for the DC universe within the next 2 months. Even though the Superman movies with Cavill have been met with mixed reviews, the star has clearly left an impression on the DC fanbase. Fans were rooting for Cavill to return as Superman, so if it all turns out to be a bunch of hot air, they will be devastated by the news and feel like they were given false hope. With so much hype surrounding Cavill's return as Superman, surely the DCEU will be making the necessary efforts to rectify this situation. With a clear direction and the right Man of Steel in place, the film could potentially open the door to some of the best Superman movies fans have seen. What would his return mean for the wider DC extended universe? Wouldn't a Man of Steel sequel starring Henry Cavill as Superman all but confirm that the Snyder vs. Justice League sequels aren't happening? 5 years after donning the blue suit for the last time in Justice League 2017, Henry Cavill reprised his role as Superman in a post-credit scene for Black Adam. He has already teased that his return was just the beginning of a new and exciting future for Superman in this new DC universe. Though the DCEU is not being rebooted in the original sense of the world, it seems like Cavill's Superman return is a new beginning for the character. A Henry Cavill Superman sequel is a foregone conclusion. The only question is whether it will fit into the plans Zack Snyder had for the character. Zack Snyder's Superman story would have continued, not through solo movies, but through the Justice League sequels. The Superman arc that began with Man of Steel would have ended with Justice League Parts 2 and 3, neither of which are currently taking place. Essentially, Snyder's original plan did not include a Man of Steel 2. Superman would have remained at the center of the story, and he would initially be controlled by Darkseid's Ant-Man. As such, jumping directly into a Man of Steel 2 would be out of step with the Snyderverse. Considering that there are no plans for a Justice League sequel directed by Zack Snyder, it makes sense for Henry Cavill's next Superman movie to be a fresh start for the character. Without the Snyderverse, the DCU will have to find a new overarching story, and it should start with Superman. And the next Superman movie could be the perfect opportunity to set the stage for this new universe. Will the next Superman movie be closer to Man of Steel or to a soft reboot? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave us a comment below. And before we go, we leave this question with you. Would Superman or Geralt of Rivia win in a fight? Geralt of Rivia makes a living by slaying monsters with a big ol' sword, but is he tough enough to take down a Kryptonian? Let the debate begin. Subscribe to our channel for more Cavill and DCU news. Thanks for watching till the end. See you in the next video.